This is a ever so slightly later edition of part 1, part 2. I did say I'd be back, but again, I can't share the links or anything, so I just have to talk to myself a second while people trickle in. You might hear a nutter behind me. There's some geezer screaming in front of Cy, Dr. Banda. He's very excited about whatever he thinks he's proven. Obviously, I've heckled him ever so slightly before I put the camera on, but it's embarrassing, to be fair. So, it's kind of wrap-up-ish time, but not... Can you hear him? Surely his medication's run out, or it's going to kick in again soon. Okay, yeah, let me show you. It's just a donut. It's just really causing dramatics and a crowd to form. But look how annoying he is. And it's all on Christopher, who was threatened, bullied last week, and the police shook the guy's hand and sent him back in. But Asif gets asked to leave for an accident. Look at this donut. Have a word. Not Christopher, obviously. I'm talking about this loon on the bike. Look. Look how excited he is. Cy. You're smart. Cy. Do you reckon he's quite excited? Do you think he's quite excited about whatever he thinks he knows? Look at the theatricals. You're right, babes. He thinks he's on the stage. You're right, Chris. Have a word. He still ain't learned how to eat healthily. Look at the state of it. Excellent. Very good theological point, mate. Couldn't understand a word of it. Did you get what he was saying? He's excited though, isn't he? Why? I think the medication's worn off. Maybe he's waiting for his tablets to kick in.
Jesus answered him.
You know what it is? Talking about Jesus just triggers people. And Jesus said it would happen, but, you know, Christianity. Allah said that the Christians have to stand on the gospel. Allah said it. But this geezer knows better. He's waiting for you to cheer, everyone. Just in case you didn't notice. Yeah.
The flag for Israel.
Nurse, he's out of bed again.
Why is Jesus equal to the Father?
It's medication time. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. That's it, babe. Andy. Andy's here, everyone.
Father equal to the Son.
Have a word with it. It's clearly a mental patient. Because my signal's a bit dubious over here for some reason. Yeah, anyway, so they walk among us. Just be aware. There's Josh and Rusty, I can't think of his name. But you're right, babes. Yeah, he's very excited, the guy. Can you hear him? He thinks he's Bob with that mouth. Either way, let's have a little stroll around. Sorry. Yeah, so I went with Billy, as some of you know, to have a cup of tea, and that was lovely. I do have some persecution news, funny enough. I just spoke to Bob. Hopefully we're going to do a live stream soon. We've been threatening for ages. Well, you're going to that nutty? You're going to, he's very excited, whoever's screaming. He's who? Oh, that's all right. No, they're over there. They won't do nothing because there's Christians getting abused. Don't be silly. Sorry. Okay, so there might be some more excitement. I'll start doing a circle back. But the police, if I'm any judge of... Oh, Piers Corbyn. Sorry, I'm like getting all distracted with myself. Right, so in short, there's still a load of people here. No homes to go to. I think maybe Hijab's here, or I know Ali's here. I saw that. Paperboy's here. I just spoke to him. Chris is here. There's a visitor from a long way came to see everyone, and Bob and me and Hatter, and none of us. He thought none of us were here. It's just me representing. So my nose is running. Right, Sam. Oh, sorry, babes. Sam is debating some little D in a hat. I've got to get back to this loan. You're all right, Josh. You off? Are you going? Oh, I'm just going to go and see what medication is required. It's one of your mob. Oh, hang on. He's gone. There's a bigger mouth Christian giving it now. I'm going to show you. The jeering. Oh, look, they all split though. Big mouth. That's the bigger mouth. Go! You touched a woman. Oh, unclean. Unclean. No, it wasn't. I felt your knuckles. Nah, don't talk nonsense. Don't talk nonsense. We're not in a mafia film. There's no kiss the ring. You have a magic ring. Did you get it for beans at the market? He's got a magic ring, everyone. Mate, he's got a magic ring. He only touched me with a ring. Yeah. Of course you did. Of course you did. Ah! You're lucky I never put you on the jaw. On purpose, accidentally. Right, let's have it. You're right, Martin. Thank God there's someone sane. Yeah. Right, so anyway, there's John. It is live, but it says transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. Which is a bit of a mouthful, I'll grant you. Maybe the live chat ain't coming through, because surely Martin is not the only one. I'm going to know. Don't panic. Why is my transmission weak? Right, anyway, that's going to be on camera, everyone. There's the camera. Look, let's do a fourth wall kind of thing. You're right, Monza. So, as far as... I mean, there's Jason Byrne over there who made a video about me. I don't know, because obviously I can't give no oxygen to... I did a video refuting Calvinism. I didn't realise he was one of that gang. Either way, no judgment in Christ and all that, but I didn't know personalised anything. Not even against John Calvin. I love a bit of Spurgeon. Sorry, I'm going through all the cameras. But yeah, he made a video directed at me, but I didn't. It's pointing at me, darling. It didn't filter through to me. Someone finally told me, and I watched all the 2 minutes, and I thought, nitto, because it was just ad hominem, really. But either way, I was going to do a refutation, someone asked me to, and then I thought I don't actually care, sort of thing. But yeah, he did go a bit wonky when Ben was. It's all a bit too much politics for me. Can't bother. It's a sort of clash of personalities. Hashim's there. Everyone, you'll see the back of him. Well, side of him, whatever. The formerly Fat Shake, who's been on the Slim. Maybe he's got his teeth in. Maybe he ain't, that's why he's got a sweat. Right, this. No, I won't. Professional hecklers, man, but not funny. You know what I mean? Thank you, Yona. Thank you. Sorry, I can't. Would you like to have a quick chat, or are you look busy? Like you were. Oh, just I don't know. Should we stand somewhere away from the paedophile apologists? I mean, over that way. Oh, the Somalian guy. Is there murders going on here, or is it just the voices? It's just the nuttiness. Oh, it's him. It's nutty nuts.
I hear voices sometimes.
I love... Yeah, but I ignore them and carry on killing. Josh, you're a comedy legend. Right, let's stand here. I love Sean Locke, bless it. Too many comedians dying as well now. Everyone. Right, everyone knows Josh. This is Josh again. Anything you fancy chatting about? I'm sure we had something planned and I've inadvertently forgotten. Yeah, before there was some 8-day festival and then
I don't know what we had planned.
No,
there's something great I want to show you.
Excellent. Great in terms of celebricizing by Jesus, you say?
No, celebricizing against
Islam. Yeah. Oh, the peaceful one, the largely peaceful one, like the LA riots. That one.
Read this.
I shall, and I shall read it out to the chaps if it's not X-rated, because you never know with them mob. It says, are you sitting comfortably? Islam after the death of Muhammad was immediately marked by an almost unbroken chain of mass apostasy. Bid'ah, which is innovation, which is forbidden. Impiety, killing of ulama and as-sahaba, so meaning the companions and, I'm not sure who the other one is, ulama.
Ulama,
not a llama. Yeah.
Scholars.
Ah, there you go. Usurping inheritances that Muhammad had allotted, so the Shias would obviously attest to that. And the nation near immediately breaking into hundreds of different sects, and different sects, it says, sorry, I've misread. Each of them declaring each other to be outside the Sunnah, and many declaring each other to be heretics. That's too many. Muhammad says 73. But we'll whittle them down at another day. So there's Asharis, Maturidis, Atharis, Mu'tazila. I got to, yeah, exactly. Karamiya, oh my goodness, Ishmailia, Shia, Khawarij. I'm not an Arabic reader or English Arabized transliteration. Either way, almost all of them lot, with the exception of Shia, Khawarij and Mu'tazila, sounds like a Japanese action thing, like Godzilla, have contradictory beliefs about the oneness of God. So this is the thing about the Tawheediness. So, Al-Ash'ari, who's an imam, says that the attributes exist alongside the essence, but are inseparable from it, which is a bit of a weird statement in and of itself, and are distinct from each other. Excuse me. That's the one bloke. Imam Maturidi says the attributes exist inside as opposed to alongside the essence and are distinct. So he agrees with the distinctness, but not about the alongsideness. Ibn Taymiyyah says the attributes exist below the essence. Didn't know there was so much spatial stuff going on. Below the essence and are distinct from one another. We're all right on the distinctness, everyone. Atharis say that God has a makan, which is another physical location, and many more attributes, many more so than the Ash'aris and Maturidis proclaim and accept. And Ash'aris and Maturidis condemn the idea that God has a place, a makan. But surely he's above his throne all the time while he's... But also, at the same time, nipping up and down at sunset.
Well, it depends on the sect. How many Jarvis and Athari?
I thought that was the Quran. He's ever on his throne, but he's also nipping down every sunset to chant.
They all have different interpretations of these things.
I think the Wi-Fi signal is a bit dodgy. It just nips down to double check. Because it comes down to hear the prayers of the believers. Everyone knows that. Right. Next. The Mu'tazila. It's like Bobzilla. The Mu'tazila, sorry anyone who believes that, alongside the Shia and Khawarij, say that God has no attributes whatsoever. I've added that bit. And is just absolutely simple. I can agree with that when it comes to Allah. Sorry, they mean like not simple, like in simplicity. Yes, that'll do. Not divine, it's Allah. But yeah, so that and if anyone disagrees, he is mushrik, which is hypocrite. Out the gang, full stop. Ibn Hanbal says that if someone says God has no attributes, he's an atheist, so them lot are all raring already. I'd love to be at his family dinner. Al-Ghazali says that the Trinity is monotheism. Well, I mean, obviously the man's a scholar and a gentleman, but what else does he say? And is merely, we didn't really like him in the first place, just the idea of internal attributes, no. Whereas Ibn Taymiyyah, you remember him, says that's shirk. Not like killing people for eating Mohammed or anything. Right, the Ishmaelis believe that God has an eternal creation, whereas the rest of these sects condemn the idea, has an eternal creation.
Yes.
But everything's going to end by fire. I don't know about for these mob, but okay, we'll come back to that because they're smoking something. And so then, in summary of Josh's homework, as it were, let me...
This is an extract from a debate.
I'm going to just... so, ironically, if you consider that all of these people consider themselves, I don't know about pious, which it says here, but definitely Muslim, takfir
means to say that somebody else is a heretic.
Oh, so if none of them are willing to condemn the others, or if they are, and if you're not willing to go along with it, and if, so as Muslims, they'll all be, I'm not really, who's the you in this phrase?
Right. So this was a debate to a Muslim.
Yeah, so another Muslim would pray with them, regardless of their own personal beliefs about Tawheed, like the subjectivity of it. But it's more than subjective if some of these sects are declaring the others to be heretics, obviously. So what this Jewish gentleman who's written the thing has said is, God bless him, through Jesus, obviously. He says you might as well do salat. That's not like onions and lettuce in a kebab shop. That's like prayers next to some guy with a massive crucifix. I left mine at home, unfortunately. So anyway, what the guy is saying is, imagine having to call a Gnostic emanationist a Muslim and being... and praying next to them because there is such an ikhtilaf argument. You should have said God bless you, but yeah, so an argument in your own religion on basic monotheism. I'll have a copy of that, please. I don't know about the summary because I don't know who the guy was talking to, and it's all the differing sects and beliefs that contradict each other within Islam. But can I take a photo of it?
There's obviously many different sects and stuff.
But this is more than
within
73.
Every religion, within every religion.
And yeah, we're not talking about every religion. We're talking about Tawhid.
Some believe in the entire in Tawhid, then they're not Muslim.
No. They believe in Tawhid. They don't believe the attributes.
They all believe Tawhid is something totally different.
Exactly. So it's a personal not personal. It's a differing interpretation. Muhammad said anyway. They only want to use a lot of rights, so it's not my problem. So anyway, that's the summary of that.
I'm just, I'm
no skin in the game. Let me just bend down so I can get my well, you do, because they're always screaming, but the Jews agree with us before they kill you all at the end of time. Sorry, let me just get my other phone out. Listen to Josh.
That amongst all of the different sects that you'll find of Jews, we all agree on what God's oneness is.
Yeah, there's no Christians running about who say, no, but Jesus ain't really got... There's a unity among Christendom that isn't doctrinal. No one says, if they say he's not God, they're not Christian, kind of thing.
Yeah, so from a
they still say Jesus is God.
No, they do.
They do. They say he's also the Holy Spirit, though. They're wrong, but I'm saying there's no one who says Jesus is not God.
I would say that Christianity has a similar problem to the Muslims.
I know you would, Josh, but let me take a photo of this. Do you know what? Email me it, and let's get on to the real stuff, because who needs to polemicise something that's already... Go on then, tell me.
You guys have a similar issue.
Doctrinally. Sorry, let me just count in with the amount of rabbis and how they love an argument. Go on.
Even though we have arguments on most things...
Everything. Even on whether you have arguments. Right? Yeah.
One thing that we don't argue about, which is astonishing, we have no arguments about God's oneness. Sure. We have no arguments at all. A non-Jew is not going to be able to find a single rabbi that argues about what
I may ask you about...
Whereas a
non-Christian, that's not my problem.
I know. Whereas a non-Christian will be able to say, oh, well, there's Trinitarians, there's modalists, there's Unitarians, even though you won't consider each other to be Christians, right?
I don't know their heart.
Even though you might not consider each other to be Christians, right? I mean, I know I have a modalist acquaintance who would say that everyone else is not Christian.
Yeah, but the Bible, the New Testament says don't ask. Let me tell you, you might learn something. It says, do not ask even in your heart who is saved or who will ascend unto heaven or descend into Sheol, because by doing so you bring Christ down and crucify him all over again. So and also Yahweh alone searches the hearts and minds of men. Like Jesus is also referenced similarly, or the same being. So the point is that it's not for me to say who's saved and who's not saved, because by doing so I put my own salvation really at risk, because I'm not judge and jury or executioner. But what I'm coming back to Judaism, what I would say is the Holy Spirit or the angel of Yahweh, or I don't know, the Holy Spirit, let's go with that, or the Spirit, that I'm not even going to embarrass myself with Hebrew, because I've got all the Arabic in my brain, is clearly defined as God. Is that right?
That might be the case.
No, I'm asking you. Don't start jewing me off. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing it. I'm asking you. Is that the case?
Well,
it not might be the case. There is the case, because you're all agreed about the unity. So there can't be two schools of thought.
No, it's not two schools of thought. There's two different types of spirit. There's one which is
the spirit that's in Genesis, who hovered.
Oh right. So there's in terms of what the thing that was hovering was. There's a difference of opinion. It's not a difference of opinion.
The Spirit of God hovered over the deep. I don't know how specific
so
it is in Hebrew.
Ruach Elohim. So there's a difference as to whether or not that means a wind from before God, which is how the Targum translates it,
right,
or it means God's Spirit. Now, if it means God's Spirit, then everyone agrees that the Spirit is identical. That the Spirit of God is identical to God Himself. It's just a different way of us perceiving God.
So
right?
the God
because
who walks in the garden, the God who you might not believe in like divine. God has attributes, obviously.
We don't believe in distinct attributes, and we don't.
Oh no, but the Christian, we don't believe that they are separate from or detract from the others. Like it's not like making a puzzle. There's a bit of holiness and a bit of justice, and when you put them all together.
As in, we don't believe that there is such a thing as
God's mercy,
as an uncreated attribute of God. We don't.
Everything about God is uncreated.
So we believe that there are created attributes.
Created by who?
By God.
Oh, he'd have to, because he's only like the one soul solitary, so he never was loving before anyone came along, which is Trinitarian. It's answered. Obviously, they were like the Godhead was community. So back to the Holy Spirit, because you sidestep that one a bit. So in Genesis, it could be the Spirit. Oh, I'm coming to that. So in Genesis, it could be the Spirit that was before God, in front of God, kind of thing, or proceeding from.
No, the wind that was before God. So there's two
But we're
different ways
gonna
of
go with
translating the
spirit.
word ruach. You can translate it as spirit, or you can translate it as wind.
Why would a wind hover over the deep and do anything to do with creation? Has he made any wind yet? Like, was there any reference? It's got to be a divine something or other, surely.
Not necessarily.
Or proceed emanating from God, from before God. God, the creation has yet to take place. So only uncreated things.
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not a Jewish
as to-
rabbi either, but I'm just saying.
So I don't know why. I don't know the understanding of why there's this wind, but I know that there is such an opinion. The opinion that
What's your
says
opinion?
I don't get to have an opinion.
Yes, you do, because you normally tell me, well, I follow Rabbi so-and-so, and I'm a certain kind of Jew, and we believe.
Yes,
that
but I
sort
don't
of
know
thing.
what he says about this.
Ah, oh my gosh, imagine having your own mind. Imagine free thinking, as it were. Like, based on your just cursory glance of it in your brain,
I have to
does
say,
it sound windy,
that
or does it
verse-
sound personality
That
driven?
verse is one of the most difficult verses to understand.
I'll take that. I'll dial that one back then, because I have compassion, because Jesus told me to, and all that. What about other references to the Spirit of the Lord in the Old Testament? Or what about the angel of His presence?
Yes.
What do you think that is? Like a by proxy relationship?
A messenger.
So when he says, listen to his voice, for he will not forgive your transgressions,
Yes.
how can anyone other than God forgive transgressions?
If God gives permission for an agent of him to forgive transgressions.
No, the agent would be passing on the message of forgiveness. He says he will not forgive.
Yes.
But in Hebrew, it must mean very similar to English. If I say you will not do it, I'm not saying you won't give my forgiveness. I'm saying you won't do it.
Okay,
So I'm vouchsafing that you have the ability to do it.
My point wasn't that.
Yeah, you were trying to just come off of Christians, and I'm just asking you about Jews.
Yeah, I know you're asking me.
You ain't got the answer because you ain't checked your book. Go on then. Go.
The messenger, right, is able to do certain things, including in that specific case,
Forgive sins.
The reason
Or not,
for that is
even.
given by the Malbim. He explains that there are two different types of malach, right? Different types of agent. There is an agent that God has given his stamp, basically, on the stamp which is his name, onto
My
the
name
angel.
is in him. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the type where he has not given that stamp.
Yeah.
The one with the stamp has certain divine powers that the other one does not. That doesn't make him God, but it does make him a bit more special.
It doesn't make him not God either. So you're not giving me arguments as to why he is it. Because he says, my name is in him.
I'm not attempting to argue.
No, I'm not. Oh, it is Speaker's Corner, right? So, I mean, we're not going to fight or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I know.
in your vague opinion, once you check, will you tell me next week like, what
Look,
your guy thinks?
Look, at the end of the day, none of the rabbis held that the angel is actually God. Right? That's something that they all agreed upon.
Uh-huh.
He isn't God.
Right.
As
And what
to-
about Jacob wrestling? Was that God?
No.
When he
Again,
says, I have seen the face
they-
of God and lived.
Again, they all agree that what he means by that is that it's an agent of God.
Why didn't he say, I've seen the face of God? Well, what I mean to say is an agent of God and lived. Like, it's a bit annoying, isn't it, that they don't say that the things that the rabbis say, well, that's obvious. The Holy Spirit, well, I don't know who authored the Bible for you, but the book, the inspiration for those writers and those prophets didn't think, oh, there might be some contentions about it. Like, I'll just say, it's not really God, it's an angel. I mean, because there's Christian belief that it's an angel because he sees him and he obviously lives. But God chooses who, like the blessings coming through Jacob were, like the way he attributes righteousness to, like he gives him Abraham the righteousness. So it's up to him, he's God. The clue is in the title. But you know what? I've got a whole assignment that I did literally on instances of duality and plurality and triunity within the Old Testament. Did some videos. So
I think I watched one of those actually.
yeah. Were you sitting there with a pen and paper refuting me?
Well, I was using Microsoft Word. But
Oh, these young
Three
people.
visitors of Abraham. The three visitors of Abraham.
What about who do you reckon they was? The men at the tent, Abraham.
the angels.
Yeah, three angels. There's no like Christopher Neal, obviously not. Sorry, there's no like foreshadowing of any. No, just fancied it. All right, but I'm going to find. No, it's more. I'm thinking of. I cannot think of their names. It's so annoying. There's a couple, and they speak to the angel of Yahweh, and then afterwards.
Gideon.
No, it's not. Afterwards, I think her name begins with a Z, but afterwards they reference him as being God, if you see what I mean, as opposed to. I will find it.
Is it Manoah? Manoah is one.
What was her name?
Noah.
Manoah
Yes,
was one. Manoah.
yeah. So I think afterwards she says, yeah, they're saying we've lived. Can you believe it? What a touch. They did say it in Cockney, but they were like, so they must have believed that they had been speaking to God because they would have known the admonition of you can't see my face and live kind of deal. Otherwise it wouldn't be, through shock I haven't collapsed. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So there's the stamp and the name. There's other, the one of
Is that Joshua and
Yahweh
Moses?
will rain down fire from Yahweh.
You know what? I'm perfectly happy to have the debate about.
Should we do it online, Enos? Because we did start that demony one, and then we went off we did the Lilith.
We did the whole demon thing. That was great.
Yeah, but we didn't do we did get into the meat and grabbing because I'm not a demonologist, but I feel like I've missed my calling because I'm pretty oppressed sometimes here, so I could learn a bit more about it. But yeah, definitely, all right, angels, but Holy Spirit / angels. All of that jazz, he reckons. Thank you, Harrier. So, any questions?
I didn't think Jacob saw God. I thought even Moses was not allowed to see the face of God. And I think God passed by Moses and he had.
Well, it says he spoke to him face to face, as with a friend. Or is that
I don't think it. And when he came down from the mount, I think it was an aura.
Why did he have to wear a veil?
Because he had
Because it had
seen
passed
that
by.
God had passed by. He'd seen the likeness, and he was illuminated.
What's the difference? Yeah, no, sorry, I'm asking follow-up. What's the
Jacob-
difference between seeing the likeness and seeing?
Because nobody was allowed to see the face of God.
But what I'm saying is, no,
I don't
and
know.
live. It's not about you're not allowed to see the face. It's and live
Yeah.
because of the wages of sin is death. So as a prophet, I'm not Muslim. I'm not saying they're sinless one bit because obviously he had like a bit of unbelief and doubt and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is it's the end of the sentence that's most important. It's the cannot see his face and live. But we know that Adam heard the voice, but when he gave them the skins, I doubt if he hid behind. Like, I believe that's the pre-incarnate Christ anyway, so not the triune Yahweh in as much as, However, getting to my point, eventually, it's if God decides you can live. If God came, it says he spoke to Moses face to face as a friend, or as like with a friend. He's not saying they're mates. He's saying like if
I haven't read that bit of text lately, so I can't.
It does say it, and the fact that he covered his face was an indication that something extraordinary had happened to him, more so than the ones who were building the cow and having a party down to the bottom of the mountain. Because if he just passed by, he would have passed by all of them, and they would have all been, ever ready with torches, as it were. Like, so that was anyway. So when we're going to do this, obviously not Saturday. Clearly not Sunday. Oh, we could do it on a Sunday if we do it in person.
Right. Yeah, we could do that.
All right, I'll tell you what. Get your people to call my people. What, is it another festival? Is it another Holy Duda?
Well, there is
Say
something.
it all the time. Do you know what? It's hard life, isn't it? 8 days off here, a couple of weeks off there, stick your feet up on a... Gosh.
How about Joshua in the tent damn night? Moses came and went. Joshua stayed in the tent. Joshua,
He reckons
what was he doing
he's
there?
over it now.
Oh,
he's
he's
well
over it,
over
is
it.
he?
I'm
All right.
joking. I was saying we've
I leave him
arranged to
alone.
do the debate. Yeah, all right then. So back to Tawheed. But don't start trying to chucking Trinitarians
The
because
point I was making.
the point he was making was a snarky one. Go for
The
it.
point I
Josh.
was making was that Judaism, unlike Christianity and Islam, do not have debates as to what God's oneness means.
But you do have debates as to what the Holy Spirit is, because you've just said there's two differing opinions.
No, that's
It's
not
a
what I
wind or
said.
you did. You said there's one
I
interpretation as a
said
wind.
there's two different interpretations as to what that specific reference of Ruach Elohim is.
And what
in
did
that
I say
specific place.
that goes against that? I said there's two schools of thought, two interpretations. is
Yeah,
what I
as
meant
to
say.
what Ruach Elokim is.
And
but that doesn't mean
that's
that
what God
there's
is.
that-
One is saying it's God, and one is saying it's from God.
That's not, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
No.
What I'm saying is as follows, that specific instance of that phrase
Yes.
is debated as to whether or not that is
But the rest, no, I heard
to,
you. You said the Holy Spirit is not viewed as God at all in the rest of the.
No,
it's
but
just
what-
that.
But the
Genesis.
actual Ruach HaKodesh, right? The actual Ruach
Spirit
of
of
Hashem,
God.
right? That is considered to be indistinguishable from God.
So if I can show you plurality in as much as a distinguishedness, distinction, even, that's distinction. Oh, sorry, there's people getting very dramatic. So, yeah, all right, then, well, I'll stick that on my list that I haven't written down, and we'll, yeah, if you email me, we'll think of a title and then do that, Holy Spirit / Angelness. That'll be the actual name of the video now.
Whereas,
Yes,
on the
I'll
other
go on.
hand,
Yeah, Christians.
Whereas in Christianity, you've got Trinitarians,
Yes.
you've got Trinitarians who believe in an energy-essence distinction, like the Eastern Orthodox, you've got those who disagree with that, you've got the modalists, you've got the...
Doesn't make salvation any
you've got
less
the
true.
Unitarians,
Yeah.
but you've got all these arguments about basic monarchy.
You should love it then, Hughes Mob. Shouldn't you? You love an argument.
On basic oneness of God, that's,
Yeah.
that's too much.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it
Never
is.
mind. Too much for Josh. Thank goodness I got Jesus instead. I mean, Joshua does mean, you know, this. Oh my gosh, Jason Byrne. He's alone.
He's not been here in ages.
No, I know, but he's had a bit of
Some
a.
of my people over there.
Yeah. Oh, you got good
say
eyes.
hi.
You got good. Where's that? Like a six heads. I can't see him. Anyway, there's a guy screaming.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Hi. Better go and get your Jew on. Curl your ringlets up. Go for it. Right, anyway, thank you, Ariel. Sorry. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thanks, Yana, as well. So, I think, is JC over? Hang on, sorry. John, is JC in that scrum with Nutty Nora? Is JC? Oh, sweet. I'll get it off of his stream and I'll upload it. No way! You lightweight. Do you see these Scots? They make out they're a drinking people. But you're in it. So what? I was about to lie a lot. But even if I didn't, it's the fellowship, dearest. No, seriously, I'm going to start rounding up. It's only this nut job who's escaped from the ward that means we ain't going right this minute. But I'm ready. So, exactly, cup of tea. Bless an iron brew from the shop next door. But it might be half hourish, but just stick next to me a minute if you can take the pressure. There is a load of tassels floating about. I've just clocked them. They're just not in the hats and the suits. But all the Muslims have a little. Can I ask Josh if I can do that by myself, Bev, isn't it? Lev Echad. Well, that's one love, I suppose, isn't it? But I will, but he's disappeared into a crowd of Jews, is it? Well, not a crowd. 3. All right. You coming for a cup of tea? We scared her last week. Was it Ash and Bloodfire last week? Scared you? You're right. We're going. Nice to meet you. Come. Ash isn't coming. The one who needs the translating. We don't normally go out that late. No, we don't normally do that. But it's because Ash was shouting and the...
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Right, so Lamin is screaming in the middle of Jason. Oh, and here's these hecklers starting on P because she's all of like 2 foot tall.
You attack her like a cat. She's going to try and attack you.
Yeah, there's a... See the size of them. She looks older than Aisha though. Sorry, the camera's in the way. The other camera. These are the same idiots who was heckling the other week when the guy was trying to fight John. Is this Jason's camera? Jay! Is this your camera? Come away from it. No, they're just trolls. Well, go that way over to JC. I'm going to take the camera. But I'm going to...
Should I hold it?
No, it's this one. Yeah, that's it. Ah, me fingers. You're right, love. Well, we couldn't fucking get over Lamin's voice. It's just...
Breathe a lot of energy in us.
I'll try.
Into the speakers coming out of the voice. Because it's very
We need it. We're surrounded by retards. I don't know if you've noticed. Don't look now, but there's loads of idiots here. Full time, some of them.
I'm very careful. I love to share the gospel.
That's what I was about to say. Stick with your strengths. Like, there's no point because they'll try. As soon as you start up, whether you've got a ladder or not, they're just on you trying to heckle you and deflect you away. So it's best sometimes to act like they're not there. Just preach.
My first experience
For work.
in this speak is because I was having a conversation. I didn't know what's going on. Came with camera and stuff. When I got home, I saw my face and I think what's going on.
Yeah, I know. It's if you're not like ready, like like if you're.
I'd rather come up and say, hey, what are you talking about? Because I have a talk about this guy. But random, someone just...
See, when I came the first time, I assumed. Let's step away from them because they're mavs. I assumed that. Sorry, sweetheart. I assumed that people were all genuinely here for a real answer, and that if I was convincing, I might persuade them. Whereas, passers-by, yeah, but the Dawa, like, they're not in it for. They're in it for distance and. In case someone hears it. So once you get that in your mind, that you'll know, innit? As you're talking to them about the gospel, you know the kind of questions. But some of them, if you give them a good enough answer, they'll at least say, "Oh, I never thought of that." But
because a lot of Muslims in this part don't really.
these young kids here are like rent-a-mob. They just get called on just to poke people and heckle and.
Like that guy with a JB.
Yeah.
He asked a lot of stupid questions.
Yeah.
Imagine he came up to me saying, can you believe on Jesus' time? The lifespan of Jesus' time is only 33 years. So who told you that?
Yeah, but like no one's ever died in their 30s
Can you imagine?
and come back to life. That's the bit.
You know what I mean? I got inspired.
You have to flip it on them and say to them, how old was Isa? I mean, he was chatting from when he was in the cradle. He must have been tired.
At the age of 83, a husband and she and
Yeah, you want to go back to the Old Testament, they was rocking some 900s and all that.
He quickly ran out and I think to myself,
It's not difficult. Like, they need to... No, they need prayer is what they need most. 100%.
I can genuinely see what's in the heart of God. Some days I spend a whole day watching Swedish.
Yeah, me too. Back in the day when I had time, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Is that what goes on? Because I never knew there's a place like Sweden.
I'd heard of it, but I thought it was one lunatic on a box talking rubbish in the street or something. Like, I thought it was on a real life corner, like the cars were going to go past like this.
And they're not really, you can tell, like they're looking for answers.
Well, some of them.
They're looking for answers, and a lot of these celebrities on the park, they don't really give them what they need to know.
No way, they lie to their faces.
Genuinely, when people like yourself and the rest of the guys come in and start trying to bring their mind to reason, they start really fighting.
I'm hopeful more so, like if I was to say I'm talking to Hashim or whatever, I'm more thinking that the people watching it, someone's going to hear something, because he's like, shut off.
The same question, you see, like, you come for God, dictate for God, because we're not God.
I've tried being his advisor. He don't need no one, he told me. Because I'll do my press and then I say, if you could just like, could you just... And then I'm thinking, I'm not advisor, I'm just like supplicant. But are you going to come for a cup of tea after? You are welcome to come with us. We're going to go in like half hour. I'm going to drag them physically out in a minute because... Yeah.
I mean, the point is, if someone turn out and asks, can God create a stone?
That is too heavy to lift, that one. Well, this is it's a philosophical conundrum. It's one of those, it's just one of those, I don't know where it's like it's philosophy. But the point is, the answer is not whether the capability, the answer is God is all powerful. So that negates the question. That means the question is a suicidal question. It refutes itself. Because all powerful means, yes, he could create the massive stone, but no, there's nothing he couldn't physically lift, even though he's not physically. So it's can he do a possible thing and an impossible? Like, do you see what I mean? He can do all things. He's powerful enough to do these things, but the Muslim God isn't. Like, so if it's a Muslim asking the question, you say, well, why can't Allah? There's lots of Allah can't do this and he won't do it, but there's never a reason given. They think he can't enter creation. You can ask them and they'll argue it, but there are instances where it says, and they will not recognise Allah in that day, and they'll seek refuge from him, like as if he's whatever, and then he will come to them in a form they recognise. To recognise something, you have to have seen it before, you know? So, and he's in creation at that point. If you can see something, the light has to bounce off it into your eyeball in creation. So the best defence is an offence, as in, not to be disingenuous, but you answer your bit, and instead of letting them carry on with the script, because they've written it down and copy-pasted it from someone else, so they're not hearing the answer, they couldn't care less, they just want to get to the next attack, the thing to do then is to give them a question back. Otherwise...
It's quite honest when you talk to a Muslim. Within 5 minutes, they can ask about 30 questions.
Oh yeah, it's machine gun dip. That's what they call it. No, seriously. It's rapid fire, because by the time you've answered even 3, you look like you haven't answered 27 more, and then it's not your turn to talk again, it's their turn, and you're not asking them anything because you're too busy catching up.
And that's what I fell for when I came. But to be fair, now I can stand any day, anywhere.
Well, we've got some charmers here, mate.
Having the right knowledge, I mean, because being in the past, physically really challenged me to learn. And I mean, looking at my bombs, we recommend certain books. I bought this book, it's one of recommendation.
I don't know if you can hear his voice, but when I answer him, I'm trying to... Oh, I needed that 20 seconds ago. I was just talking to Josh. Isn't that weird? Everyone, the Jewish Trinity. When rabbis believed in Father, Son and Holy Spirit. I'm going to get it online. I have no idea. I did a video about the Trinity in the Old Testament. Plurality first and then triunity.
Going to the pub, yeah?
Aye. There's a man of God right there. No, yeah, we are going right now. What's your name?
My leg is really hot.
Yeah, I don't mean what's your name. I mean, what do you call in here, this pub? Can you choose a less... Paddy. This is my man's name's Paddy. You can, I mean, I'll let you off then. I'll let you off. No, I was thinking like as if you're a leprechaun, like, you know, not, I don't mean Irish people are all leprechauns, just the leprechauns. It's a nickname. We don't want the real name or the address or the personal details. Come and have a cup of tea, lemonade / orange juice with us. He was baptised today. It's his celebration. Yeah, this morning. I know, I was so excited, I was nearly dancing. I was in the church like, whoop! It wasn't one of them churches.
I mean, once again, you guys are doing incredible.
Thank you.
Contending for the faith.
Yeah, you get someone, well, everyone does it in their own way, and
it's amazing.
Thank you. Right, you're welcome to come with us. I'm going to just go and take a cameraman hostage in a sort of like affectionate way. I'm going to start screaming wrap up. Have a word. You can make it.
Yeah, no, he's
Chris, it's a 5-minute warning, Chris. John, I'll pass the message on in a minute. Sorry, sweetheart, can I just... Right, he's debating, but it's on camera. Ash is still giving it. Oh, now he's gone on with a joke. Oh, yeah, because he thinks he's the real Jew. Oh, gosh. Imagine the drama.
He was a false prophet. He said that he was a true prophet, right? But he said a false prophet is someone who gets
Jace. Oh, sorry, not you. That Jason.
So he's a false prophet.
Where's Jason? Oh, he's there. I see him.
God bless you.
Sorry, that was an extreme close-up of my, I don't know, nose, chin. There's a new...
I'm going home. I feel too well.
Can you see the look of surprise on my... I know it's a bit theatrical, but I've never heard that in my life. That's an omen. That's a sign. 10 times, people, you better sort your salt out. Jay, your bag's wide open there. Just come and have something to eat to settle your stomach. On the day John gets baptised.
Like, I'll tell
Well, you
you
got
what.
stomach
I'll tell you what.
upset.
Yeah.
Can I have my microphones back?
No.
Why?
Because you don't use them.
I do use them. No, but I do use them. You're not using them in the week. Here.
You don't use them, Kay.
I have used them, but it's one of the phones.
You can take the power bank.
You peanut, I've got my own power bank.
No, you don't
I'm
use
bringing them back next week. Like I do, they're always in my
I
bag.
might need to use them.
What, in the week?
Yeah.
Fibber. Yeah, that's a Lake of Fire offence, mate. Yeah, don't start pulling the triple number now. It's one on your shirt there. So, Indian giver, what does that mean to you? Indian giver, that phrase. You heard it. Someone who gives you something and then takes it back. And he won't come pub. You've been cursed. You better start doing some whatever it is. Jason. Another Jason, because I just say...
Everyone went down today.
He's doing what? You just dropped a flyer, I say. He's doing what?
Muslims went down. He's getting...
I can't believe how short he is. He's a little fella. But I might. I have some streams. I haven't been streaming, to be honest. But what I'm saying is I will be bringing it back next week anyway.
Yeah, but you bring them without being charged.
No, I never. Yeah, but you broke my charger. Sorry to just do this domestic on camera. You're the one who broke the charger, bruv. You did. It snapped off, and now I can't find the little twiddly bit. Go on, keep them. Keep them. I've got a big mouth. That's all right. You know where to send the flowers and the chocolates, surely. It's dropping me out, people. I've been stood up by like a sure thing, as it were. But I can't ask him what's the matter because obviously you don't want to tell me on camera. So, Jay, I'll be back in a minute. Let me tell John the devastating news. Trying to give me his ring again, his fist. Oh, John's in the middle of the debate now. What is the point?
I don't worship the sun. Yeah, my sister. I don't worship the sun. Yes, we know.
JC ain't coming, so it's time, anytime you fancy. But I think he's got, I don't know, he seems like he's well, but you want to see the size of our in little place space. Look at the size of him. Look at the size of her. Look at the size of him. Look at the size of her. Let's just turn it.
Daniel, like,
Oh, that's me, sorry.
small frame for Daniel. I don't speak Arabic, my brother. I just do English, my lover. You know, like goodbye. Dr. Maurice Cairo, Quran, Bible, and Science. Oncologist, like my brother, colorectal surgeon, consultant.
Let's just move away from this geezer advertising a load of old crap.
Look my way. Oh, no, I wasn't.
But you're looking back at him, mate. John, he really does think something of himself, like a lot. He thinks he's some sort of MC. So are we ready?
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for this.
But there's no camera here, to be fair. No one's going to actually get the benefit of it, like as in who's not here this second, and they're trying to start on P, and she's like 2 for nothing.
Do you not want to go now?
John, Chris,
Do you want to go now?
JC ain't coming with us, but I don't think you're getting anything fruitful out of these mobs. Just a troll. And this geezer, apparently he thinks it's, oh, your Bible was revealed by Allah.
Sorry about what you said about your chest. It's not right.
I know. I know.
I'm getting the same, sorry, I think.
It's okay. Don't worry. That's fine.
Come on, Chris! Don't play with your food!
I'm so sorry.
Right, you're coming. Right, let me find the other fella, the visitor. John! Let's wrap it up. Oh, right. Okay, sorry, everyone. I'm so far. Right, Jay, we're going. But JC ain't coming. Allegedly. Right, look, he's over there hiding, making out to the... yeah. Is it... Sorry to interrupt. Is it a definite you're not coming? You're a lightweight. There's fellowship that is not going to be had. What is the matter? Your food poisoning. What have you eaten today? Oh, what is it? The cake from the christening? Or was it the 2 glasses of wine? What is the matter? I might have a checklist. What you ate today?
Get something moldy.
Nothing. That's why.
Oh, I had
The cake.
Are you going home? Why did I wait then?
Because of me. I know, see?
Oh, no.
I've got another visitor who I've got to take with me anyway. And
I'll
that
see you
visitor...
next year. I'm not coming this year.
Oh, whatever, mate. You're all let
Nice to
dads.
see you, though,
All
anyway,
yous.
all
Yeah,
right?
nice to see you and all.
God bless,
Yeah, whatever. No, I'm joking. Yeah, see ya. Right, and then there were 2. 1, 2. Dave, we're going, but he ain't coming because he's a lightweight. He doesn't care about Christian. Right, Pete, I got you. I got John. I got Chris. Well, I ain't got Chris yet. I'm getting him. Hang on, wait. Hold on a minute. If you go down into the underground bit and walk out all the way, like it's that way. It's quite a while. I mean, in a car it takes like 3 minutes.
Never mind.
Are you not coming with us?
No.
Why don't you just go and change at the interchange that is usually changeable on the tube without giving away any locations?
Not mine. No, I have to take a bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just
It's
if
okay,
you
it's
type
okay.
it on your phone, I'll be able to read
No,
without the audio.
it's
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. I'll take it like usual.
Yeah, like come to the pub. That's
Yeah,
your usual.
yeah, yeah.
All right, brilliant. So it's me and you, and let's get John, and then
Anyways, I'm so annoyed, but
she's so annoyed. Go on, tell
apparently
him.
people, I am 90% naked according to 2 Muslim men.
They just want
Even
you to
though-
be.
Yeah. No, they were. I don't know.
No.
Anyway,
They're dogs.
And apparently, even though I'm covered,
She's wearing. Look, she's got shoes down to her blue doodah. Sorry.
Look.
Look, trousers and a top and nothing.
yeah, I'm 90% naked, and apparently men.
You should have said to him, but you're 100%
Me.
naked under your clothes. Everyone knows that. And then you should. Everyone's naked under their clothes.
Yeah.
So how can she be 90% naked if she ain't in a bikini?
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're saying it.
And men will me.
Oh, will they? That's because you look like a little girl. Because they're Muslim. Yes, you look older than their wives.
No, I should have said that.
You should, I was in the background thinking it, but I thought I don't want to exacerbate them because they're little plebs.
Oh my God.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, you, sir, on you go. Right, John! Sorry. Is he over there? Where's John? Oh, look at JC. Looks like he's going to cry. Why don't you stroll down there to use the facilities? What if you're sick on the tube? You could be sick in that toilet in the pub. Sorry to be so charming. Right, where's John and where's Chris? I've had
the big
enough.
fish, look, the big
Hijab,
fish is
I've
coming
got. I
over,
can't.
look.
No, I don't
Big
give a
fish.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you mean Captain Caveman? Yeah, I can't. Right, where's Chris and where is John? Here's John. And where's Paperboy? Is he gone?
Are we going?
Yes, I'm waiting for you. Look, where's
We're all
Paperboy?
waiting for JC.
No, JC's not well.
And the 2 guys.
No, I've got the one guy. What other 2 guys? Oh, where's that Brazilian? The Brazilian?
I don't know.
The one who was looking for the train time?
No, not him.
No, not him.
There was
Either
also the
way.
guys with the masks on.
Oh, I didn't meet him. I was away. Right, is Paperboy still here? Because he's very quiet. You might miss him. Sorry. Where's Paperboy? I'm just going to phone him. Let's go. Assemble Avengers, or whatever you want to say. Let's go. Sorry, everyone. This is all getting long. Are you coming to the pub? Sorry, you coming to the pub? No, you. Yeah, just checking. He's looking around him like as if what? Where's Paperboy?
I don't know where Pen
He must have gone. He's slipped off. He's a part-timer, mate.
Probably JC's.
He's there. I know he ain't well, allegedly.
Oh, he's not well.
Apparently. He went through the 90s. It was that music in the car on the way.
Yeah, it was that music. Where's Uncle Sam? Have you seen Uncle Sam?
No, but let him get. Oh, your bag's in his boot.
Yeah,
isn't
my
it?
bag's in his boot.
Oh, I ain't got. It's in the WhatsApp group, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got
Oh, well then let's just bail him from the pub. That's what I'm trying to get
Say
to.
what's up to you, I've got his name.
Sunny, we're going. If you want to. Oh, thank you, Harriel. Thank you. Right. That's it. If you ain't coming by now, you coming? Right, everyone's let's go. Let's go. Where's P gone?
He's got my bag.
Oh, mate, someone check in your pockets. Where's P? P! Oh, not you, P, but yes, you. Paperboy, is it? Sorry, he's giving me the yeah, K, I'm coming, but I'm not coming. Look, like he's.
I will say. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Hang on, I'm just going to have to heckle him a bit. You're a lightweight. You never show up. Don't bother saying I'm on my way because you're a lightweight. Yeah. Don't try, do. There's no good trying. Right, that's it. Right, where's little P? There she is. Let's go. Let's go. So, is that a comment for John? Sorry. Them sausage rolls at the beginning, I don't know. Paperboy is... Nah, Paperboy is brilliant. He likes a bit of an academic approach. I like to go off the cuff. But if you something dry like bread or eat something to soak it up.
No, I need to buy something on the, to stop the...
Yeah, just get yourself some
yeah, maybe toast.
like Rennie or something, like settlers for your stomach. I'm not advertising everyone. And also, I'll tell you what is magic, Pepto-Bismol. It's the pink stuff. They'll have it on Edgware Road in the chemist. It's a magic. Yeah. It's sorcery, but it's good.
Yeah? God bless. Take care.
Oh, sorry. Nearly got spudded. Is it?
It's a cool Muslim.
Aye, cool Muslim. That'll be the title of a video soon. Bob versus cool Muslim. So, you never got a video?
When they play,
I know, I showed them when I was sat there earlier. They're doing 3-man chess, not 4-man. Just to be awkward. I'm going to debate Josh at some point in the near doodah. Shamsy. Let me show you the trainers, everyone. There he is. There he is. Very fetching night dress this week. Nan ain't got that one. Sometimes he turns up and I'm sure my nan's got that outfit, but not this week. My nan don't go for that colour. Right, do you want to use carpet? Can I interest you in a doormat? No? Okay. They're not flying, they're just normal, regular.
I understand why they worship that bush in particular.
What?
Why they worship the bush.
I know, yeah. So there's a compass point out somewhere. They've clearly delineated the way to Petra. Oh, sorry, I mean Mecca.
Yeah. The best I ever saw was there was this guy who decided to do his prayers.
Is this suitable for a live stream? Go on.
Ali Dawah was sitting I guess the edge, and this guy was just right in front of him, so it looked like he was bowing down to Ali, who was sitting down.
To his backside. Nice.
It looked funny.
Nice. I mean, not I. I'm all right, thanks. I'm trying to cut down on the ostensive praying on corners, literally like Jesus said don't. Right. I can't believe JC. It's unusual for him though. He must be unwell. Right, let me see some comments now while I'm here. Jesus Muslim.
exchange numbers.
I don't understand what you're Oh, Jesus, are you critiquing somebody else's approach? You can't be from two places. Are you? I don't know. Right. Right, we're getting there. Let's walk a bit quicker. We ain't got Billy with us. Let's go, everyone. Right, back to the watering hole. Hello, Cherokee Gypsy. What's happening? Just brightened up my little day. It's been a long day because my sleeping pattern is a freestyle, and I had to get up. Well, I had to go to bed before it was daylight, so that was traumatic. But I did it. Oh, there's 2 policemen on foot, everyone. They must be filming something. They must be doing a documentary. Can't believe it. I never see them on foot outside the park. Didn't know they had legs anymore. Self-drive, just them pedals like people who like dismembered. Go ahead, come out the way. Can you believe it? Let's get it on camera. Yeah, well, oh, hang on. See? Can you believe it? I have trouble myself. They forgot how to cross the road. They're waiting for someone to show them. Just standing there, gormless. I don't know what. I've never heard the say gormless means dopey, but gorm. Have you got a gorm? I've never heard it.
I didn't see it. Well, you didn't realise that's I'm done praying.
There's some
I'm gonna come and find you.
people.
I'm going to come and
Where's Jason? Is he gone without a cuddle? Did he go? I didn't even get a squeeze. Yeah, he's not well.
Bro, that guy was dedicated though. He followed you all the way.
Right, so who else are we missing? Paperboy ain't coming, he's a lightweight. Jason. Was Jason coming? Not Byrne? No. Jason, the tall one from up north, the one who was at the church.
Did you miss it?
He knows where the pub is, but he ain't from these. He's not from around these parts. Don't know why I went like that, boys.
From them sides.
Exactly. The man them just translated.
Group that he's a part of. So hopefully that's enough to
He's in the group. Stick the location in the group and tag him and bag him and that'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That is quite a bit of hard work.
That's a bit of a madman still.
Well, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be me.
Oh,
No, mad ones. No, I meant mad. No. I meant clinically insane. No, I'm stuck for an idea. No, dear. Don't start talking that nonsense.
And you know what? We'll be watching. We'll be watching. In fact, you see, these little weak boys that leave their religion, okay, and they're going to come and do something else, okay? In fact, and the police is
Have you seen the video with the sticker? No. Have you seen the gaffer tape one? Where he's got the silver gaffer tape on his mouth and he's going, and then he says, there's an avalanche of apostasy. Our Muslim someone feel like this, and I thought, no, they don't. They ain't got no gaffer tape on their mouth.
Bro, did you see the debate with apostate prophet where he's getting someone to feed him grapes?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? That was that wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was up there with the cringe, like
The cringe factor.
yeah. When Hijab and him debated with Christian Prince, they didn't debate, they just kept muting him. He spat on his own floor. Hijab, he went, "You're finished." I said, "Bro, that's your hat. Like that's in your." I thought he was on drugs. I thought it was the end times because Ali looked sensible next to him.
Yeah.
The man's an Arab. His mother's like memorised the Bible. Like, you know, joke. And he's got a degree in Sharia.
Who?
Not Ali, Christian Prince.
Oh, nice.
No. Well, you say nice. It's useful. I don't know about nice. Right. We seem like there's just just don't seem enough about JC. It's weird. Right.
It seems like we're almost barren.
Well, sounds a bit biblical to my mind. What, do you really want your mum bought into it? Do you know what you want to say? Listen, my mum's thought about it and she said, yeah, tea, 4 o'clock next Sunday. Like, can you brush your hair first? No, I'm saying just as a joke. What? No, he wants his mum's number. Because he thinks he can go with Jordan Peterson and then he can be down with the like heckling, mocking stupidness. Now that he's had a haircut. Oh, people take their life in their hands.
What happens when you're 18?
He's been doing this.
No, it's nothing to do with that. You're bulletproof. Yeah. When you're older, you need Valium for that sort of stuff. Right, let's walk out. No one needs Valium unless you need Valium. Unless your doctor said so. Right. Oh, look at the old man at the corner. 27. All right. Enough personal info. John, you might not make it to 28, babes.
Right, so we the youngest here?
Wait, am I the youngest guy here?
What are you?
I'm 18.
18. Ah, go away. Youth is wasted on the young. I'm just throwing it out there. It is such a waste. When you're a kid, you just don't. Oh. Don't. I'm going to start. No, I'm not, because the Romans 8:28. But still. Oh. I heard. I think they were like 16, 17. They said, what is it? Oh, my days. I said, what was it? Oh, your minutes. What days? You've only been alive for a few years. But anyway, back in the day, like Tuesday, just too much. Anyway, I've just severed myself from the group because I can't take all this. I'm only 18 business because I'm not 18. I'll throw that out there for fun. And I'm not 102 either. Although, thank you, Budfire. Right. I feel like maybe I'm going to have to go and sit inside, depending on how many humans are thinking up the tables. Happy Pappy. I like that, Ariel. I never thought of that. That's good. That is good. I will pass that one on. There's a table and 0 chairs. So I'm going to have to... they're all over there, the chairs. Right, I'm going to have to just sit on this table a minute. Just to... Yeah, the chairs are all over there, but I'll get the boys to... Sorry, this is the close-up, so just embarrassing. Sorry. Boys, I've got a table, but all the chairs are over there. You'll have to go and... Look, the table, but the chairs are over there, but they're not using them no more, so we need to nick back a couple of them chairs, and I am designating that as you lot, the task of you young people. And not you, P. You could. P, stand down. You're fine. You don't have to do it. There's a gentleman there. See, he'll get you on.
What do you mean? I'm a strong, independent woman.
Oh yeah, all right, Beyonce. Chill out, love. There's no need. Thanks, though. Right. Hi. They're like the removal men. I should have filmed it. That's quite funny. They've just gone and took every single chair in the place. It wasn't a raid. You're supposed to ask, like... It's just... Anyway. So, I'm going to turn me... I don't know if I want to... Well, then you've got masks on, innit? You don't... Do you care what side of the camera you're on?
I was actually going to try and see if I can take off my mask.
I was going to say, given that you're now out,
I'll do the drum roll.
No, I'm not.
You've got sunglasses on and a cap.
In fact, I have to take a cap, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not filming. I'm filming this way anyway, so I won't put you on camera. What is it? Just the general public? You don't.
Wait, you took off your mask and glasses in the corner. You did.
But no one was looking.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, it's definitely not COVID related, surely.
No, we don't.
It's yeah.
No,
I talked to you before?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't have to do it in there. Right, sorry.
Now I recognise
So I've got to point it at me now.
had the mask on.
Right, yeah. It was.
Just for fun.
the whole thing, like,
So,
Ali Dawah, he kept
John,
he's like, oh,
John,
I have a mask on. I said,
Harriel, who's in my chat, he said, happy Bappy. I like it. I like that.
But also it's because, like, if you look at me,
He said, thanks, you can hear his voice because he's got
I'm
bass.
a young boy, you know what I'm saying?
You might fall into
Who's
something.
saying
That's
that?
what I'm saying. He's like, I might make him stumble. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make him not.
What you should do right at the end
Sorry
of the debate is
if you
just
see
say, by the
my
way, I'm
face, just
15.
give it a bit of sarcasm.
I should have said that today.
So that's the thing, right? So with like hijab, that's what I was focused on like the argument itself. I'm not focused on
You can't make hijab stumble. He's hellbound.
hijab.
Where's the
Hijab is
stumble
both,
in?
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Oh, I thought you meant stumble as in like Christian stumble, like as in cause to sin. I'm thinking he's already satanic
for example, Ali Dawah, right? Like when
Sorry,
he
I don't know if you
didn't
can
what
pick up
else to
the
respond
chat,
to,
but I
he
can't
kinda just
face.
started
I
attacking.
can't
He's like, oh, you got a little
turn it
Simon.
round
I'm
to
like,
him
no,
because
this
they
guy's
want their
like-
anonymity.
Before the debate, he said you
yeah.
could join in if you want.
Yeah.
He's being really condescending lately.
At
Hijab.
the
He's
start of the
just
debate, he was really nice because he's thinking, this guy's wearing Crocs. He can't know that much. And then he starts laying the philosophy on the and he starts
Maybe
changing
Now, he's patronising to start because he assumes he's the cleverest person on the planet, really, but at least in the park. And then when you start surprising him, then you see he just starts.
It's weird.
Then he
'cause I'm
starts
arrogant as well,
mocking.
so like, I wouldn't even.
At least you know it. He thinks he's just special, like God's gift, Allah's gift to.
No, he
know.
got destroyed by me. It was
The ego's landed over that side of the table as well.
Because he's not scared.
Hijab got
When you look in
destroyed.
his eyes, he's kind of just like, oh.
He's young, you know. He's not as old as his beard looks. He's only a youngster. He ain't as old as that beard implies.
He's in his 20s, bro.
Yeah,
he's 30.
like I say, he's young though. The 27-year-old.
He's got 12
really
years on you and 10 on me.
Actually, I think
Okay, I feel like I'm going to have to leave this. I feel like you're being really ageist at the moment. Not Davey. Listen, John, I will slap you and I will bitch slap you regardless of the baptism because you'll have to forgive me. So, I feel like we'll just la the 102 chat because I don't want to make the 103-year-olds jealous. Billy's 90, mate. He's banging for a 90-year-old. He's good.
I've watched you. I've watched
He's
your
in the
content.
army.
I've watched your content, definitely.
Somebody's watched it.
I've watched all you guys' content. You guys all
Well,
have
I'll
like
tell you
different
what,
ways. And
fantasy.
you guys will have different
Who's
ways
saying
of
that?
approaching
Add your
it.
mind.
You know what I'm saying? You're a romance, so it's alright.
Get some better fantasy people.
saying?
Know what I mean?
But I get the way that you guys approach
At least
things, you
get
know what
some,
I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
I thought, okay, let me try some new things. He's never heard about cognitive statements before. He doesn't know what those
No,
things
he
are.
loves a bit of philosophical, I just studied philosophy and he was trying to tell me,
Not Ali Dawah.
Oh, so, no, Ali could just about put his shoes on in the morning.
Ali Dawah was like, oh, you know, it's like a...
Hey.
I said, where are you? And they all went like that.
Is he a Muslim or a Christian?
No, Christian. Just casual racism at this point. Yeah. He's also a piss taker. So, you need another chair. That's the only thing, Sam. I feel young now. That's it. Look at him showing off his young legs now. He's like, oh, I'll just jump up any minute now. What is this age obsession?
I just turned 20 last month.
Hey, happy birthday.
I told you he's wham. You see what I'm saying? He's got muscles.
He's got muscles, but I can't show you him. I mean,
I have a sore throat.
if the muscles make you squeak, you know something's happening. Right.
Try looking around the corner.
Yeah, no, seriously, there will be some because we just got a load of them. They're just further down. I can't go inside because of the music. She's making out to be 6 again. It's because she's wrapped around the Muslims. She does a little girl lost thing.
Oh, okay.
Fresh in floor. No, there ain't one. That's all K. Anyway, it's not my phrase. But no, fresh in floor. There ain't one.
It's like a used car sales.
And there ain't one. There ain't one either. So, good job. You don't have to. I'm not like. Sola Scriptura doesn't mean that.
When he does this, if he's winning the argument,
Sorry, there's about 17 conversations going on.
However, if he's losing the argument,
It's visual stuff.
Why did you say that? What does it matter?
Or it'll change the topic, or it'll just go on his phone.
It's the Socratic method.
I kid you not. When he was calling I looked
He called his wife, bro.
He was ordering his Uber Eats, probably.
He called his wife. He was on the phone already, and then he came up.
Checking his bank balance.
But then what happened was that when he came on the call, the brother was just scrolling.
Can't film him. I can film this side of the equation.
Bro got his calculator app out, bro.
He came on the phone, and this is what he was doing. He was
I
doing
can't
this.
even go and order a drink yet.
He wasn't even going anything. He was just doing this.
He's looking for the copy paste that he saved only a moment ago.
He wasn't even
I
chatting.
feel like I need to wrap this stream up in as much as then I can do some YouTube shorts.
You don't need to.
I don't think I got time for him. I got time for him.
I won't be back at the corner. I have like, obviously, like I'm going to
John's
university,
talking rubbish.
so I'm going back there. You know what I'm saying?
What are you studying?
Theology and religion.
Theology and philosophy, me.
Nice. I was going to actually choose that course, but I said let me start with pure theology first, and then just get.
I just finished one with, what university are you going?
Oxford.
Yeah, me too. Sarah Boss is the lecturer, the professor that I just finished her Marianne Doctrines and Christian theology. She's really nice. There's I've told you now. There's a Professor Salami, Salami, Spanish. He's nice as well. Salami. I just called him Steph. You know what I mean? But they're good there. They are good. Right. There is, you're going to hear, I've got to tell you, you're going to hear about feminist theology, just as in passing, and like just things that you're like, really, it doesn't matter.
Like, because the way that they teach it is like, they're not teaching, for example now with Trinity, right? They teach you enough for you to have a lot of questions, but not enough so that you can have the ability to answer them. Like at this part right now, I'm a super man, this is Ali Dawah.
So you can't see what he's doing, he's doing the mannerisms. I don't even know if you can hear him, to be honest. Right, I feel like I'm going to have to end this stream. Does anyone have any questions?
I said, okay, so I don't want to believe a simplistic religion.
Any to me? I know you're chit-chatting to yourself. Sorry, I'd leave the stream just running, pointing at the sky, because obviously you're chit-chatting. I don't know what my battery's saying, actually.
Do you not know the kefir of how we defend?
It's alright.
We affirm it, but we do not ask how.
Anyone want to reference that I'm here and speak to me?
But the Trinity makes no sense. So why can't I just ask?
Fresh in floor, if that's an affectionate pet name for me. Hi.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know.
How is one and three?
I don't know what's going on, but they've all just won an imaginary argument, so. I'm going to go soon, people. Can you answer me? Does anyone come in, people? It is nice to argue and everything. Obviously, I know this. Parmesan. No, it's definitely Stefan Solani. Something like that, man. I just read it every week. Is it slippy or slip with an Oh, thanks, babe. Love you as well. I don't know who you are, but I'm commanded, so I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. But you know what I mean? Oh, I'll tell you what I do want to tell you all. If you think of it this way, if sin is transgression of the law, and when the question is put to Jesus that, you know, what must I do? And he gives the two, love and the, you know, and in this, the entirety of the law is, I'll give you the verses after, is encompassed and covers a multitude of sins. Then not to love is a sin. So how about that? Stick that in your little peace pipes and smoke it if you smoke them if you got them, because love is the only way. So, he's a nice man. Everyone's taking a mickey out of his name. Question floor, that's a question you never ask a woman, and I do know what a woman is before anyone asks me. So I'm afraid I would love to answer. I can tell you I'm not 102, and I'm not 18 either. Somewhere in the middle.
Did you know that?
Do you know what, the Great Commission? It's all right here. They had a little wobble for a while, then the kitchen's shut, and now they've opened it again, and the chicken wings are banging now. The chili sauce is actually chili sauce, not just tomato sauce pretending like moonlighting. So now you're making me hungry. I'm not joking, I'm going to get off the phone and order because I haven't eaten since the 2 glasses of wine. So yeah, all right, lots of love. Yes, well, fresh influence. I mean, I love the Queen, yay. But I'm not 100% sure of this choice. But then we can't start going to Andrew, can we? So really, you know, either way, God bless you, and I will chat to you very soon. And please, God, I do a live stream in the middle of the week. I used to do them every day. Oh, Cherokee, I wish you were, babes. You don't communicate enough. You don't check your Skype. You don't write. You don't call. I want an update on the sitch. So anyway, stick it in the Skype and I'll catch it on the flip side. I thought that was the same car that goes every single week. The guy done a loop last week. It's some Bugatti, and it went round twice. And I was like, mate, there was 2 boys in it. I was like, you ain't even got a chick in there. Right, I shall see you later. God bless you all and keep you. And ciao, ciao. You can sit here a minute, Jess. I'm going inside. Right, lots of love. Thank you for your support and patience and kindness and love and peace and mercy and goodness and gentleness and self-control and joy and faith and love. Yeah, and you know each other by these things. Right, ciao. See you later. I've got to get some chicken. It's happening.